Okay, guys, in what will shock many of you, the Telegraph has actually reported on the uproar in France. Yes, a mainstream media outlet actually told people that protesters in France are against old tosspot Macron in massive numbers, and it's actually growing. In fact, I think it's something like 25 cities this weekend. It could well be more. Not just one day, but for the whole weekend, I am hearing, because the French, it seems, know how to actually protest. Now, this is naturally against his Green Pass, papers please nonsense that actually has food shops placing security or police outside them, to stop the unmedicated from entering. The scenes over there are completely bizarre and sums up why people are so pissed off. Now, it should actually be said that the health passport there is actually less draconian than the one that Boris Johnson wants to implement here next month. The health pass allows for negative tests and previous immunity, which is still wrong as they should not exist, but many will know the British health pass planned by Boris and Gove involves no test, it's double doses of medical treatment or become a leper. I guess the only difference here is Boris Johnson seems to be avoiding Parliament with it because he knows he's going to lose the vote in there. His angle instead is to push it on businesses using the threat of lockdown like a complete scumbag. Macron got it through his woke tosspot parliament, which is obviously different to what Boris is gonna do. He knows his own MPs are against it, so he's just gonna push it on businesses like I said. It's obviously a desperate move from some of the world's biggest septic spots on the arse of humanity. Now, there is something important that's happening in France because, as the Telegraph admits here, people are uniting. It says from a handful of people, the marches have seen up to 250,000 gather at around 200 protests. And what has Macron worried is that they are uniting his opponents on both left and right. This I can easily believe because I've seen the same here on both sides. Boris is being cheered on by Labour and EU-loving socialist shitweasels and some die-hard conservative sheep, but many on the pre-2020 left and right are all against him. They don't agree on many issues, but they all agree authoritarian governments of any political persuasion is always bad news. Lifelong Tory voters now consider the Conservatives to be little more than a green bunch of commies pretending to be Conservatives, which, let's be honest, that's what they are. The only difference between here and France is their people will protest weekly while ours are doing it monthly at best. Either way though, it's good to see it's being reported here in the UK media in what is a mostly decent article. I will link it below for you to read as it's pretty long.